Hey everyone, I'm Case Aiken, and normally this series drops on Sunday nights, but I held this one for a Tuesday because I am a nerd and was also traveling. But it's okay, because this particular Superman analog merits being discussed on a Tuesday. That's right, because today we are talking about the Manhunter from Mars himself, J'onn J'onzz. Now, the history of this character is loaded with retcons, and his power set is basically everything. But it's hard not to appreciate a more alien Superman. J'onn is actually from Mars, and whether he's super old or a time traveler, be he one of many Martians or a lone survivor, he consistently is an alien that came to Earth as an adult. This means that the themes that are on the periphery for Superman are front and center here. He's an immigrant, his losses are way more personal, and he has a distinct culture to fall back on. Also, he looks way more alien, despite being able to shapeshift. His powers vary from story to story, often being what's called for, but it's generally everything Superman has plus. And that has come to extend to shapeshifting, telekinesis, telepathy, and density changing. And this means that he can usually rise to any challenge, often quite literally. However, this vast power set is offset by him having a much more common weakness, fire. But he's been a mainstay of the Justice League because there's no denying his power levels, and cunning mind. He's so consistent in the comics that he's made a shocking number of appearances in other media. I mean, cartoons are obvious, he's a natural. But J'onn has been a series regular on Supergirl, and even was represented on the failed live-action Justice League pilot, though it might be obvious why that didn't work out so well. And of course, most recently, he appeared in the Justice League film, depending on which cut you watched. With regular appearances in books and shows, he's developed a lot of nuance over the years, such as having multiple forms and many identities on Earth. Also, he loves Oreos, like really loves them. And I would ask you, who can blame him? Despite serving alongside Superman, J'onn makes a great foil to the Man of Steel, an example of how alien you can go and still be a hero. Oh, and this is a recurring theme. I have not read as much of New 52 and onward DC as I would have liked. This is in part because of some of the changes that they made, and in part of not being able to afford/store the volume of weekly books that I could before. I'm sorry, this is when I was living in New York. My understanding is that since then, J'onn has bounced around, no longer a JLA founder. It is consistent with issues that other Superman types have had when folded into the DCU. Captain Marvel, Apollo, Mr. Majestic, all forced to find a new niche, even when it didn't fit the character. This is, however, not the first time that happened to J'onn, and we'll talk about that next time. This video series started off as an ongoing series of Twitter threads cataloging the various Superman analogs that came to my brain space meat thing. There's a link in the description below. Also, I have a podcast about Superman stuff. It's called Men of Steel. Check it out. You can find it at certainpov.com. Also at certainpov.com, you can find tons of other great shows, some of which I host, many of which I don't, but they're all great. Check them out. Also do the YouTube stuff, like, subscribe, yada yada yada. Do it all. Do the things. Talk to you later. Oh, real quick, if you were wondering why I said it was appropriate to discuss Martian Manhunter on a Tuesday, the reason is that Mars, the planet, is named after Mars, the god, who is also the inspiration for the day of the week, Tuesday. In Romance languages, it's really obvious, like Martes in Spanish, and in English and Germanic languages, it's named after Tyr, the Norse equivalent. And hey, I finally used my classics degree for something on this show.